Welcome to the Great Adventurers of Old Time Radio from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. If you're enjoying the podcast, please follow us using your favorite podcast software. And be sure to rate and review the podcast wherever you download it from. Today's program is brought to you in part by the financial support of our listeners. You can support the show on a one-time basis, support.greatdetectives.net, and become one of our ongoing Patreon supporters for as little as $2 per month by going to patreon.greatdetectives.net. Well, our second OSS movie adaptation, we're not actually playing Lux Radio Theater. There is a Lux Radio Theater version out there, but it's not a complete recording. And the sound quality is not great. And to be honest, none of them have like super amazing sound quality. But I decided we'd go ahead and do the Screen Guild Theater version of this story. This one originally aired November 25th, 1948, and the title is 13 Rue Madeline.
From Hollywood, Humphrey Bogart, William Lundigan, Leon Ames, and John Beal in the thrilling and sensational war story, 13 Rue Madeline.
Yes, from Hollywood, the Screen Guild Players, brought to you each Thursday night by Camel Cigarettes. Thursday night, Screen Guild night, when Camel Cigarettes bring you your favorite stars in their greatest motion picture roles. Tonight, it's one of the most dramatic stories that came out of the recent war. From the secret files of the OSS, 20th Century Fox Studios' exciting human document, the Screen Guild Players present
13 Rue Madeline, starring Humphrey Bogart, John Beal, William Lundigan, and Leon Ames, with Francis Robinson.
This is a page out of history in our time. This is a record of valorous men who served without uniforms or medals or acclaim. This is a story of the OSS. The Second World War was already 6 months old when a presidential directive created the Office of Strategic Services, the famous OSS, a super-secret intelligence service, the first espionage system in the history of our nation. By the early part of 1944, it had already trained 67 teams of OSS agents. And now a new class, Group 68, after careful and exhaustive screening, is taken under tight security to a beautiful country club near Washington. Two of that group are Jeff Lassiter and Bill O'Connell.
Hey, this is quite a place, huh? Pretty luxurious. What do you mean luxurious? They said we got a bunk 2 to the room.
So you picked a roommate yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, you got one. Name's Jeff Lassiter.
Bill O'Connell. Jake.
How are you?
If introductions are in order, gentlemen, I am Suzanne de Bouchard. Isn't it a beautiful place?
All in the line of duty, they said, for personal assessment and further training. Rugged, huh? I should say so. Big lounge like this, soft leather chairs, books, magazines.
Look, we've even got a backgammon set.
That's right. You play?
Yeah.
You want to take me on for a couple of games?
Sure.
Oh, nice. I will watch. I've always wanted to learn that game.
Fine. Hey, look, Lassiter, what do you say we make it interesting?
Oh, I'll just play for fun, O'Connell.
Well, I'll tell you what, 1,000 a game?
A $1,000? No, let's make it $1 million.
All right, $1 million.
You mean $1 million?
Sure, what about it?
I think you are both crazy.
As they play, 2 other men are sitting in an office upstairs. Charles Gibson, right-hand man of the OSS chief, and Bob Sharkey, former All-American in charge of training.
Get them started tomorrow, Bob. In 3 months, they've got to be in shape to go.
They'll be in shape. That's my assignment.
That's one of them.
What do you mean?
22 potential OSS agents. All of them speak French. One of them can speak German.
Well?
It's your job to find out who it is.
Yeah?
It's not as easy as it sounds.
Why?
Because one of your students is a German agent.
All right now, all right. I've got a couple of things to say before you begin your active training. From here in, it's work. Pressure is on. Start right now to learn the use of a cover story. A logical lie about who you are and what you're doing.
This is your most important defensive weapon. If the enemy cracks your story when you're in the field, you'll be tortured. If you get a break, you'll be shot. Now, the average American is a good sport. He plays for the rules. Well, no secret agent is a good sport. That is, no living agent. You're going to be taught to kill, cheat, to rob, to lie. And everything you learn is toward one objective, just one, that's all. The success of your mission. Fair play, that's out. Years of decency, forget all about them or turn in your suit. Because the enemy can forget, and has. Okay, let's get to work. We've got a lot to do in the next 3 months.
And I could hardly believe my own ears.
Oh, this Mr. Noon.
Yeah.
The first time in 3 months.
You weren't the only one surprised, kiddies. Boy, the way they've been pouring it on. 12, 14 hours a day. Hiking, swimming, learning how to kill and rob and steal, how to send a wireless message in code, how to make a parachute jump, and then getting your cover story down pat. Honest, I'm not sure my name is Lassiter anymore.
It was worth it.
Sure it is. Suzanne, I guess this means a lot to you, huh? Getting back to France.
Perhaps I will find out then. I have waited so long.
Oh. Someone close to you?
My old son. He was reported missing at Dunkirk.
Well, you mustn't give up.
The women of France will never give up.
Hey, Bill, we got an hour to dinner. How about a little game, huh?
Sure.
But, Jeff, how much do you owe him now?
15 million. But I'm chopping it down.
15 million. Oh, Bill, you are rich.
Oh, the government will take most of it.
Go ahead, Jeff. You start. Sorry, man. That'll have to wait.
Mr. Sharkey, what's up?
Dinner's an hour early tonight. Start your field problem first thing in the morning.
You think you found the Nazi, Bob?
Yes, I'm sure I have.
All right. Who's the German agent?
Bill O'Connell. How did you know? He's number one man in the class. That was the tip-off. And last night I heard him trying to pump to Bouchard, trying to find out if she expected to go back to France. Then the field problem clinched it. You read the report? Yeah. Well, that test was designed for them to make mistakes. They learn more that way. But O'Connell didn't make any mistakes. He's been through it all before.
Name is Kunzel. Adver 5, one of the best.
When do you want to pick him up?
I don't.
What?
And he mustn't know he's even suspected. We've had him pegged for a long time. He's after something big, or it wouldn't be Kunzel.
Information. The second front?
We think so. Where and when?
Yes, they'd like to know that.
Kunzel's a big shot. The German high command is counting on his information. So we've got to arrange for him to get it. The wrong information. And we've got to let him take it back to them.
I see.
The plan will include a logical way for him to make his escape. It must be cleverly staged. Remember, we're dealing with a very smart man.
When do we start?
When we get to England. I'll leave tomorrow. You can follow with the group.
Within a few days, Group 68 has flown to England and quartered in a country house not far from London. They are held there under tight security, awaiting their assignments, and the plan proceeds.
O'Connell, how well do you know Holland?
I lived there for 2 years. I know it very well.
I thought so. O'Connell, the pictures change.
Change? How do you mean?
You read the papers, they're full of talk about a second front. Everyone knows there's going to be one.
Oh, you think it's Holland?
What I think doesn't count. That's somebody else's job. We just obey orders.
Oh, yes, sir, sure.
O'Connell, I've been given a job. I need help. Someone with a proper background. Someone who's proved he can come through in a pinch. You want to go to work?
I didn't go through all that training to be an English country gentleman.
Okay, pack your gear. We're going up to London.
Now?
In 10 minutes. No goodbyes, nothing. No word to anyone about what I've said. You're under tight security starting right now. That clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
What do you think, Bob? Did he take the bait?
I think so, Gibson. I've put him in with Van Dyvel, Holland Intelligence. We've opened up everything to him. Maps, plans, reports from all our agents. And I put 6 planes at his disposal. If he makes a break in one of them, we're okay.
If he makes a break. Who'd you pick for the real job?
Lassiter and the Bouchard girl. They're on their way down here now.
You're briefing yourself.
This afternoon. Lassiter, this is it. This is the payoff. You think you're ready?
I think so.
Good. You're going to France. You too, Bouchard, as Lassiter's communicator. I'll make it as brief as I can. The Nazis have a terrific new rocket bomb. It carries a warhead with 2 tons of explosives. For the last 6 months, they've been building up a huge stock, saving all their resources for just one thing, the invasion.
Invasion?
This bomb depot is somewhere between Caen and Le Havre. That's all we know. Even the French underground hasn't been able to spot it for us.
That's our job, huh? To find the bomb depot.
Well, that's part of it. To destroy it, we must know every detail of its construction. One man can help us with that, Monsieur Dubois. This is his picture. Brand that name and picture on your mind. The success of your mission, possibly of the entire invasion, is linked to that man.
Monsieur Dubois. What's his connection with the bomb depot?
Designed and built it. We want to talk to him.
Hey, you kid! Bill O'Connell! How are you, fella? Well, I didn't know you were down here in London. The way you walked off in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I know. I had to leave in a hurry.
Oh. Good job?
That's a toughie. Not much action, though. Looks like I'm grounded. What are you doing here? Prepping for a mission?
Yeah. Sorry, I can't tell you what.
I always knew you were a bad investment.
What do I owe you now? 13 million? 14. I'll whittle it down when I get back.
When are you leaving?
Don't know for sure.
Well, I wish I were going with you, kid.
Me too. Well, I gotta run now. I'll be seeing you, Bill. Bring me back a souvenir, will you? Sure thing, you bet.
Bob, what about O'Connell? Do you think he's sold? Well, listen, it was set up so well, I began to think Holland was the right place myself. Besides, he's playing with real stuff. Requests come in from agents in Holland. He fills the request. The supplies get there. You've got to believe it. But he hasn't made the break. No. He's got 6 planes. Could go anytime. Maybe he feels he's too hot that we're watching him. He started, we might pick him off. Maybe. But in a few days, it'll be too late. He's got to get that misinformation back now. That's close, huh? Well, suppose we force him to make his break, huh? Hand him his chance on a silver platter. How? Give him a logical reason to leave. Maybe even send him ourselves. Send him on a phony mission. Sure, we're getting information, O'Connell, but we aren't getting enough. The Germans think we're going to France, that's fine. But what do they suspect about Holland? They're not stupid, you know.
No, sir.
We must know if they're preparing in Holland, too, and where. We've got to send someone over there to find out for us.
Yes, sir.
Good man, the best we have. Someone who knows Holland as well as you do.
I know the man.
Who?
Me.
No, that doesn't make sense. I need you here. Your job's important.
It's more important to have the right man over there.
Now, forget it. It's impossible. Yet I don't know. Got to have that information.
If you let me go, I'll get it for you.
I could take over your work here, I guess. You'd be directly in touch with me by radio. O'Connell, I think I'll take a chance.
Yes, sir. I'll need some help.
You'll need a team, another man and a communicator. Whom do you want?
Lassiter?
Lassiter? Why Lassiter?
Well, sir, we work together at school. I know him. It takes time to know people.
Yeah.
I think he'd like to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he would.
But Mr. Sharkey, this whole thing's silly. I went all through school with O'Connell. I've slept in the same room with him for months. It's crazy.
I don't feel too bad about it, Lassiter. He's smart. One of the smartest men they have. For a long time, O'Connell, alias Kunzel, fooled me, too. Now, you understand the entire setup?
I guess so.
Okay. Now comes the rugged part.
Think the rest is easy?
We think O'Connell is sold. If we're right, we'll make his break. You'll never see him again. But if he's not sold, if he should in any way suspect you're on a double mission, you're going to play it his way.
His way? What's that?
If he doesn't make his break, or if he tries to follow you, you're going to shoot him.
Shoot him?
And be sure it's for keeps.
Oh, that's rough.
That's war. O'Connell could do it. Can you?
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it.
so the curtain comes down on Act One.
Now present Act Two of 13 Rue Madeline, starring Humphrey Bogart, Leon Ames, John Beal, and William Lundigan, with Francis Robinson.
The plan goes forward. At OSS headquarters in London, Sharkey and Gibson wait tensely for a report as a B-24 speeds through the night toward Holland. Inside the plane, 3 people in jumpsuits sit quietly waiting. A woman and 2 men. They sit in absolute silence until finally...
Yes? Yeah? Well, you've been sitting there staring at me. What's the matter? Nothing. Sure there is. But looking at me like I was in a test tube. Sorry. I guess I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I'm a little nervous, too.
We're getting close. Check your static line. Miss?
Check.
Check.
Right. Over the target now. Be ready. Keep your eyes on me.
Jeff? Yeah? You know that $14 million you owe me? I'm wiping it off the books.
Run in. Action station.
I go first.
What's $14 million, Master? Never had time to spend it anyway.
Number 1. Go.
I'm next. Gotta jump. We're even, Jeff. You don't owe me a dime. We'll start from scratch.
Number 2. Go. Hey, what's the matter with that static line? It ain't paying out. It ain't... Hey, you there! Hey!
Bob, you're sure that message was Debouchard's transmission?
Sure. Our operator worked with her. Said he's positive he knows her touch.
Read it again.
Lassiter killed and jumped. O'Connell disappeared. Proceeding mission area as planned. Signed, Suzanne. That's a tough break.
Yeah. Come in.
This message just came in from the radio operator on the plane.
Thanks.
Just a...
What is it? What's up?
Lassiter's static cord was deliberately cut.
What?
His chute never opened. He was murdered.
What a rotten way to die.
The question is, what did Kinsel know? Could he have known about Lassiter's mission?
No. But he probably picked up Lassiter's papers. He knows we gave him fishy credentials.
More than that, he knows the Holland invasion is a phony.
Yeah? Or he wouldn't have killed Lassiter. I've done a great job, all right. I stepped into the pitch and swung my brains out.
You conceding the victory?
I don't concede anything until they throw dirt in my face.
All right, now let's go on from there. We've got 5 days to get another man over there. Pick up Dubois and blast the target. Who do you got to send?
There's only one man.
Who?
Me. No. We haven't got time to brief another man. We'll need those 5 days on the other end.
I'm sorry, Bob. You know the date and place of the invasion.
I did know, but I forgot.
You know what it would mean if you were captured. Once it was discovered who you were?
Sure, torture. I'll have my L-tab with one bite and I'll be gone. You'll never find out anything about the invasion.
Bob, I wish I could let you go.
Look, Gibson, I need the break. I've been working too hard. I need the change.
You won't come back.
You're a worrier. This time I'll keep my eyes on the picture.
Within 24 hours, Sharkey is on his way to France. A parachute landing, a quick meeting with Suzanne has been advised to stand by, and the following morning at Pont-l'Evêque, a little town about 40 miles from Le Havre, a prosperous-looking French businessman is registering at the local hotel.
Filling the form, monsieur.
How long do you wish to stay?
Long enough to accomplish my mission?
How long will that be, monsieur?
2 or 3 days. I'd like a room with...
Excuse me, monsieur.
Yeah?
I must trouble you to see your papers.
Why?
No. Your security regulations. The orders came today from Le Havre. Your papers, please.
What's your authority?
Franz Franke, Gestapo.
All right, but this red tape is a nuisance. Just holds up business. Here are my papers.
Gabriel Chavat. Insurance claims adjuster. Photograph. Description. Signature. Yes, it all seems in order.
Then if you don't mind...
Just a minute.
Now, what else?
Where was your grandfather buried?
Which one?
On your father's side.
The family cemetery at Toulon. Anything else?
No.
I hope you like your room. I followed it through myself, Your Consul. I had headquarters at Boulogne check the city files. There is no Shabbat buried in the Saint Maurice cemetery. Yes, Hans, go on. It is a small thing, but not a natural mistake for a Frenchman. It's the small ones that count. What else? I followed him when he left the hotel. He went to the mayor's office. One of my men got a picture of him as he went up the steps. You got the picture with you? Right here, Your Consul. He had no idea that it is Sharky's picture. Himself must be important. Hans, jawohl, back to Parnevik. I want to see the mayor.
Oui, Monsieur Consul. The man was here to see me yesterday from the Department of Compulsory Labor at Vichy.
He told you we sent him?
Monsieur, he has papers. A letter of commission.
What did he want?
More men from the village for the labor battalions.
Did you give him any?
I couldn't, monsieur. My people will no longer follow me. Look, this paper. You see what it says? Death to the German collaborator. Oh, monsieur, all day long I have found these in my car, in my office, everywhere I go. They do not understand. I have only done what I thought was right. I have only hoped to avoid reprisals.
Where is this man who came to see you?
He has disappeared. Beyond the ground. He will never be found, monsieur. I do my best, and the people do not understand. They...
That's who is waiting! You, monsieur! They're going to kill me! I need protection!
Hans, there's a company of guards stationed here.
Yes, sir. At the hotel there, Consul.
Order them out. That was part of the plan, thought out to every last minute detail. The moment the hotel is left without a guard, a small group of men slip in quietly through the back. They go directly to a room on an upper floor and fling open the door.
Come along, Dubois. You're going to England.
A plane is waiting in a secret place. Dubois is put aboard. The plane takes off. Sharkey remains behind. He has work still to do. He doesn't know that his picture has been given to every German agent in the coastal section. And 2 days later in Gibson's office in London,
We just got a transmission from the Bouchard, sir.
what?
They've got Mr. Sharkey. They're taking him to Havre. 13 Rue Madeline.
Sharkey.
Did he get a break? No, sir. He was taken alive.
Just 3 questions, Sharkey. That's all. What was your mission? Where is the invasion coming? When? We'll make you tell. You know that, Sharkey. You know a man can take only so much punishment. Remember? You taught me. Fair play. Years of decency. That's out. Remember? You've done your job. Now I'll accomplish my mission. Where, Sharkey? Where are they coming in?
Consul, I'm glad you remembered everything I taught you. You're a top man in your class, but not good enough. Here, Consul.
I'm all right, Hans. Sharkey, you just made a bad mistake. Take him downstairs. We'll make him talk.
Gentlemen, you pilots have been chosen for your special qualifications. You've been asked to attempt a hazardous mission, to blast a target at 0 feet. You'll be risking your lives. You've got a right to know why. The target is at their headquarters in Le Havre, 13 Rue Madeline. They're holding an American agent there. If he talks, it may cost 2 million American lives. He won't talk, not as long as he can stand the punishment they're giving him. Only no human body can stand it too long. I know Bob Sharkey would rather die than talk. Be sure that no one in that house escapes.
Where, Sharkey? Where?
Consul.
You ready, Sharky? You ready to talk?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Humphrey Bogart, William Lundigan, John Beal, and Leon Ames will return to the microphone in just a moment. Now, in the spirit of the day, a final word of thanks to our stars for a most enjoyable and exciting half hour.
Well, Vern, we're on the thankful side ourselves, too, today. I mean, we're really all grateful for an opportunity to appear with the Screen Guild players. Bill Lundigan, would you second that?
We all would, Bogey. This program supports the Motion Picture Relief Fund and its country house and hospital. And every actor in Hollywood considers it a privilege to share in that work.
That's right, Bill.
The Screen Guild players are directed by Bill Lawrence. The adaptations are by Harry Cronman. Remember, Thursday night is Screen Guild night. And next week, one of the finest pictures of the year. A great story and a magnificent cast. Night Song, starring Maurel O'Brien, Van Heflin, and Hoagie Carmichael. Be sure to listen. 13 Rue Madeline was presented through the courtesy of 20th Century Fox, producers of When My Baby Smiles at Me. Humphrey Bogart will soon be seen in his own Santana production, Knock on Any Door. William Lundigan's next picture will be RKO's Follow Me Quietly. Leon Ames will next appear in the Metro Goldwyn Mayer production, Little Women. John Beal can soon be seen in the Paramount picture, One Woman. For fun and hilarity, don't miss Camel Cigarette's other great show over these same stations. Tomorrow night, the Jimmy Durante Show with Alan Young. And remember, Thursday night is Screen Guild night. The greatest stars and the greatest stories brought to you by Camel Cigarettes. This is Vern Smith speaking.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Welcome back. Well, definitely a more grim story than OSS. And then your typical episode of Cloak and Dagger, really showing everything that could go wrong and reflecting the risk that was taken if you chose service in the OSS, as well as some of the tough decisions made in wartime. Of course, a lot of this very much condensed from the movie, but it does remain an effective wartime tale. Now we do have some comments regarding our encore episodes. We start with Bullets or Ballots, where Mechanic 66 writes, "It should have been extremely obvious he was still a cop. As Bogey said, all the trouble started when he joined. Also asking to meet the guys in charge after being in the gang a few days was a dead giveaway. It cracks me up every time that Joe Friday does that when he goes undercover." In Joe Friday's defense, the big difference between the Dragnet stories and Bullets or Ballots is usually Friday is undercover not as someone who wants to join the gang, but particularly when interacting with the narcotics world, he is pretending to be a drug pusher who wants to make a big buy and therefore wants to talk to someone higher up the food chain, which is a bit more plausible. I think it does require more suspension of belief in Bullets or Ballots, given that Edward G. Robinson's character was known to be a cop, and you started having all these troubles with the operation when he joined. So a little different for Sergeant Friday, but I think a fair point. And Then Brian says, never saw this movie. Going to have to find it after this. I love finding the differences between the radio and film versions. Sometimes I'll forget all about either and end up wondering why I know what exactly is going to happen next. Anyway, these are lots of fun on long road trips. Well, thanks so much, Brian. And then Harrison comments on Suspicion. I've always wanted to watch this movie, but never got around to it. I was also expecting it to take a dark turn at the end since it was a Hitchcock movie, and was extra surprised by how it turned out. It made me like the story even more. Then we have some comments regarding Operation Fleur-de-Lis. Harrison writes, wow, I didn't expect the climax between Renee and Duke to play out the way it did. Besides hearing one episode of Pat Novak, this is one thing I've seen Jack Webb in outside of Dragnet, if my memory serves me right, so it was a real treat. Dr. Whodunit wrote, Joe Friday flirting. I suffered secondhand embarrassment. It's definitely a challenge for an actor being associated with a role, and in this case, the Escape episode came 2 years before Joe Friday, but the association is definitely there for many listeners. And then Mechanic66 writes, Harry Bartell was good as the Major. As a young French resistance fighter, not very convincing. Good story. And Harrison chimed in, I'm just glad we didn't get to also hear Harry Bartell as Harry Bartell selling Petri wine. Well, I was never too bothered by Harry Bartell's performance in that, because the French character he was playing was a bit naive, and even though he was very sure of himself, he was inexperienced and didn't know what he was doing. And so even if the accent wasn't precise, I think Bartell got the essence of the character. And the weakness of the accent I tended to interpret as a somewhat boyish uncertainty. So I tended to blend it all with the character, but the dialect is definitely not something you get away with today. All right, well, now it's time to thank our Patreon supporter of the day. And I want to thank KPass, Patreon supporter since May of 2023, currently supporting the podcast at the secret agent level of $4 or more per month. Thanks so much for your support, KPass. And that will do it for today. If you're enjoying the podcast, please follow the podcast using your favorite podcast software. And if you're enjoying the podcast on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and mark the notification bell. We'll bring you one more OSS movie adaptation special next Saturday. The Great Detectives podcast returns on Monday with Danger with Granger, and the Great Adventurers podcast picks up on Tuesday with the next installment in Tarzan. In the meantime, do send your comments to box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives, and check us out on Instagram, instagram.com/Great Detectives. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.